Hello, my name is Larissa. I live in Kingston and I read a lot of books. As you can see behind me, I'm a huge Stephen King fan. Some of my other favorites include books by Kazuo Ishiguro and Haruki Murakami. I love the Harry Potter series, obviously. I read a lot of Scandinavian thrillers, but really I read pretty much everything and anything, mostly fiction. But today I'm going to talk about a book by an author I discovered quite recently called Big Little Lies, written by Liane Moriarty, who's from Australia. I read this book quite a lot later than many people, after several recommendations and several friends telling me that I have to read it. Finally picked it up this year. The lockdown, combined with the increased need for some me time and some peace and quiet, means I've done a lot of reading this year. I read very fast. This probably was book 20 out of the 30 I've read this year so far. So the fact that it stuck with me and I remember it is already a sign that I liked it and I thought it was a really good book. And it was part of my Kingston Library's Adult Reading Challenge as well, so that helped. I was positively surprised when I read this book, considering how much praise I have heard when a book is really hyped up and made into a TV show on top of everything else. I do tend to get a little bit suspicious and cautious, but this one definitely lived up to the expectations. I have since read 9 Perfect Strangers by the same author, and I will definitely read more of her books. So just a little bit about what the book is about without spoiling all the juicy details. Big Little Lies is a brilliant take on ex-husbands and second wives, mothers and daughters, schoolyard scandals, and the little lies that can turn lethal. I thought it was very well written and it was interesting. You don't have to be a parent or a mother or a teacher. It doesn't matter what background you have, or where you're from, or what your home situation looks like. I think it's quite relatable. It's written from the perspectives of several different characters and it's full of twists and turns, and it highlights the importance of hearing all the different sides to a story and not drawing conclusions based on appearances only. So I think that even if it's set quite far away from where we find ourselves now, it is very realistic and relatable. And I think it just covers all those big little themes and big little things in life that are just universal experiences. While the book is centered around a big life-changing event, a lot of the story does take place in unremarkable settings, such as a small town, a school, local cafe, the schoolyard, conversations between friends at home, conversations between parents and teachers, and so on. Then there are other themes, of course, that are important, but they're still very everyday and quite common, no matter where you find yourselves or what your background is, such as being the new kid or parent at a school, worrying about money, gossip, bullying, lies, and so on. So I thought that the book was very well written, and the way the plot was structured as well was really interesting to me. It's definitely one of those compelling page turners that are difficult to put down. I think I must have read it in 1 or 2 sittings tops. Unlike many books I have read recently, also I think the characters were realistic and relatable, even if they were not always very likable at all times, but I guess that's what makes it realistic to some extent as well. So yes, definitely recommend. I did like 9 Perfect Strangers by the same author as well. I think Big Little Lies compelled me more, but I am definitely excited to read more books written by her. So enjoy your reading.